Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
This is Newcap News with Jeremy Thompson.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Maidstone RCMP are asking for help from the public in locating a 26-year-old Lloydminster man who's facing several charges. Jesse Graver is wanted following a rollover on Highway 16 west of Marshall around 11:20 Sunday night. The vehicle was stolen from Alvena, Saskatchewan. A woman was found with non-life-threatening injuries, but the other person fled the scene before emergency crews arrived. The suspect was tracked to a nearby acreage where a 2009 red Kawasaki Teryx side-by-side was stolen. Graver is wanted by the Saskatoon Police Service for being unlawfully at large, as well as on charges of possession of stolen property and theft over $5,000. Anyone with information is asked to call Maidstone RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Well, the crash closed off a portion of a major highway north of Lloydminster for a couple of hours last night. At around 6:15, emergency crews responded to a call about a multi-vehicle collision on Highway 17 and Range Road 514.
We arrived on scene and found 3 vehicles involved directly in the collision and a 4th vehicle that had to avoid.
Now, 2 people were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The highway was closed in both directions following the collision and reopened to traffic at around 9 o'clock. Now, Maidstone RCMP say a 70-year-old man from Lloydminster has been charged with driving without due care and attention in that incident. Well, hundreds of women attended Lloydminster's 5th annual Inspiring Women Conference today, a full-day event aimed at the personal and professional development of women. The gathering has gained a lot of traction over the years as they've featured prominent and influential speakers. Today, women heard from a former kickboxing and national cycling champion. Not to mention, she was also an Israeli commando. Econe has more.
From motivational speakers to exhibitors, this year's Inspiring Women Conference had it all.
It's just a day where women come and they get together, spend the day together, share some stories, and hopefully leave here feeling relaxed and inspired and ready to meet whatever comes their way in the days that are coming up.
The keynote speaker was Canadian-born Leah Goldstein, who is a former female Israeli commando, kickboxing champion, and professional road cyclist. But her journey to success didn't come without bumps in the road, a message she shared to the crowd.
My message, of course, is really living a life without limits and kind of overcoming those life obstacles that stops us from setting out those goals that we've kind of put on hold for so many years.
Goals, Goldstein says, need to happen in order to live a life with no limits.
So I'm here just to give examples of things that I had to go through in my life to help maybe push and motivate people to start doing their own kind of new invention or creating new life and doing those things that they've put off for so many years.
A road to success that came with a lot of challenges, overcome with hard work and dedication.
It seems as we get older, we stop setting goals, right? And really setting goals is what motivates us. It opens up new opportunities and you discover things about yourself that you've never known.
A powerful message that many women in the border city were eager to hear.
They want to spend a day, invest in themselves, do a little bit of shopping, come away with some new ideas and some new goals, and hopefully have the strength to go out and pursue those.
Plans for next year's conference are underway, with guest speakers already booked. Econe, Newcap News.
If you've ever been to Quebec in early February, you're probably familiar with their winter Carnival. It's a world-renowned celebration of French-Canadian culture, and there's a taste of it right here in the border city. Students at Ecole St. Thomas held the opening ceremonies to their own version of Carnival this morning. Dancing and singing along in French, and even a visit from Bonhomme de Neige, the kids are immersed in the Carnival spirit. Principal Lisa Marie Crease says they've got a busy and exciting week ahead.
Some outdoor games, some sia, which is maple syrup on snow, and some cultural activities through the week.
The idea is to get the students to practice their French language skills outside of the classroom. Principal Marie Crease says the casual environment calls for a different vocabulary, but the 4-day event isn't just for the students.
We love it as well. We put on, staff come at 6 o'clock in the morning on the Wednesday, and we put on a big breakfast for all the families. It's a chance as well for us to just showcase French culture and language, and we really enjoy it. It's lots of fun. Carnival 2016, vive le Carnival!
The celebrations continue at St. Thomas until the closing ceremony on Friday. Well, switching gears a bit now, this week's pet project features a couple of interesting pets hoping to be adopted. An energetic Aussie cattle dog, Cross, who loves car rides, and a very friendly cat named Fletcher. Here's John from the SPCA.
Sit. Sit. Eve, a 5-year-old Australian cattle dog cross, came to us as a stray on Christmas Eve. At first she was a little unsure of her new surroundings, but after a few days she settled in well. Eve is an extremely intelligent dog. She knows her basic commands and loves car rides. As soon as she knows she's going for a ride, she'll jump up into her kennel and make herself comfortable. She's not the kind of dog to snuggle up next to you. Rather, Eve is perfectly content exploring her new surroundings. She is simply looking for someone to share in some adventures with her. Whether it's wandering around in the farm or going out for a long walk, Eve finds enjoyment in the little things in life. If you think Eve would be an excellent companion for your family, stop by the SPCA and say hi to her today. Are you looking for a cat that just adores people and other cats alike? Well, then you'll love Fletcher. Fletcher is one of the friendliest and most affectionate cats you will ever meet. Every morning he's the first cat to greet you. He'll have his paw sticking out of his kennel and stare at you with his loving eyes, trying to lure you over to give him some pets. Once you meet his eyes, you won't be able to walk away without giving him a few minutes of your time. He has all the staff and volunteers wrapped around his little paw. Once you've met him, we'd be surprised if you don't want to take him home right away. And once you do, not only will you have a best friend for life, but he will never let you forget how much he appreciates it with tons of attention. Don't miss out on this wonderful fellow who will bring you years of enjoyment.